Hey, what's up guys? John here. The dollar is in very, very big trouble. And I'm going to share with you what's going to happen next, in my opinion, based by verifiable facts and data, as well as 4 other predictions that I've recently made over the last 18 months that have so far come true that at the time of these predictions, everyone thought I was pretty much crazy or just trying to spread fear. This video, for example, this is the first one, warning housing shortage is a scam, rents to crash. And this came out this was 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, March 6th. And I said, however, there is a very big curveball. Many people are not anticipating a real estate market. Most people have these 2 to 3% mortgages, and they're not going to want to sell their properties because basically they don't have equity, and they're going to become an investor or landlord and rent out to make ends meet because they're not going to be able to basically pay for utility bills, these upgrades, insurance, and the rising cost. Anyway, this came out on the 6th. On the 13th, homeowners who held on to a 3% mortgage rate are becoming accidental landlords. And it's not just Fortune magazine, Yahoo News and these other publications are coming out saying this. I came out in July 19th, 2021, and I said at that time that I believe we are in the greatest economic rug pull of all time, and we are going to see so much freedom and power taken from the American people over the coming, near future. Here's what I said back then.
There's also this other idea that I have. Imagine this, maybe what they really want, when I say they, Big Brother, is ultimate and absolute control. And so if that is the case, and this is just the theory that I have, if that is the case and what they really want to do is have absolute control, then how would they do that? Well, they need to get people under their control. So how would they do it? Well, one great way would be to have a booming economy where everyone's invested in stocks and everyone's invested, think everything's going to keep going up. Then they crash it, and then at that point, then they bring out some new system to where people need handouts. And then when they need handouts, they're no longer an individual with freedom. They're basically state property. And that's an idea that I have. I wonder if it'll come true. We're going to look back on this and say, hey, maybe John was right. Maybe he was right. But that's what.
Maybe I was. That was July 19th. And I'm not saying this to say, I said, I told you so or anything. I'm saying this because what I'm going to say next, a lot of people, it's going to be hard for many people to digest. And at that time, that was July. That was the height. That was basically the height of the stock market. We're 2-3 months away from the height of the stock market before everything started coming down. And 2 weeks ago, FedNow, July, instant payments, right, digital dollar. Some would say that's right. Some would say it's not. We'll see. But then 3 weeks ago, I said it started a commercial real estate collapse. Then yesterday, Elon Musk recently warns Federal Reserve interest rate policies brought commercial real estate to the brink of crashing. And then also 2 weeks before that, this was me warning about the banking situation. And then about, a week and a half, 2 weeks later, we started seeing SVB and Signature Bank and Silvergate Bank and all these banks started to go bust. Before I even dive into this, please hit the like button. When you hit the like button, YouTube's going to share this content to educate more people about what's really going on. So if you like the content, hit the like button. Also, today's video is sponsored by my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. We help people fix their credit so they can do balance transfers and potentially get out of high interest credit card debt and put themselves in a position to get a low interest rate or a lower interest rate mortgage as this economy starts to really shake out. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity in the real estate market. So if you need help, we'd love to help you. GreatCreditFast.com. Schedule an appointment or call us at 561-430-5900. So this came out. China and Brazil strike deal to ditch the dollar. Now, there's going to be quite a few more countries to join BRICs, I believe, over the next 6 months or a year. And as that begins to happen, the U.S. is in very big trouble. Because if you look at what the U.S. is doing, we are, as they say, going green. Meaning everything in America is going to change. Everything. It's not going to be immediate. But you think about how your house gets energy. Think about food. Think about, everything is going to change. They're even going to start making food, in certain confined environments, produce food. A lot of food production is going to change. And as that's changing, we're going to see property insurance go through the roof. We're going to see gas prices go through the roof as we start pushing to EV. All of these things are going to happen. And so if we are moving away from the petrodollar, or moving away from petro and from fossil fuels, why would a country like Iran, why would Russia, why would China, or any of these other countries, India, Why would they want to use our reserve currency if we are going away from what they represent, which in many cases is energy, right? If we are moving away from what they represent, that means that they are going to have a significant pricing power advantage over us. When you think of everything in your house, a lot of it's probably made in China, a lot of it's made overseas, they're going to be able to produce this for a much, much lower cost, meaning they're going to have probably a better quality of life. They're going to start having a lot of advantages. Meanwhile, in America, we're going to start to have much higher cost. And as that begins to happen, here's what I believe happens next. We start to see massive defaults on residential real estate, commercial real estate. We're going to start seeing this because they're going to start printing more and more and more money. If we can't sell our money overseas and we can't sell our T-bills and we can't get this advantage of being the reserve currency in the future, what are we going to start doing? Printing money, devaluing our currency. And all that is likely going to start to do is erode people on fixed incomes, erode people at a salary position, or just erode the 99% lifestyle in America. And this is actually shocking data that 19% of all US population uses welfare, right? 19%. So to say a universal basic income is not going to happen, I think that's naive. I think that we are going to be stepping into a universal basic income type of environment over the next few years. I would say the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to start to see universal basic income all over America. Right now, there's so many different pilot programs basically in every city in America, but I think we're going to start to see it basically everywhere. 67% of households have received financial assistance from the government in just the past few months. So we're moving there, right? And this is why I believe, and I've spoken about this clearly, that the last 2 years, it was the greatest economic rug pull of all time. Interest rates were near zero. Stocks were propped up, meme coins, crypto, everything, NFTs, everyone was just making money hand over fist. You needed no brains or intelligence to make money the last couple of years. That is going to change. And what we're going to start to see is people get into panic mode when they realize that this economy is not going to go back to 2020 and 2021. And that was, in fact, the greatest rug pull of all time. I even said in this video, you can go watch this video if you want. Not this one, this video here. Stock market and real estate market bubble will burst. I said, why are the smartest people in the world, why are they selling? When I say the smartest people, I mean, sure, there's scientists and other people that many people would say are smarter, but they control the information. They control the platforms, and they're worth billions and billions and billions of dollars. Why are they all selling their stocks at that time? And this is what I said in the video. Why are they selling at that time if they could simply take out a loan against their stocks at 1% or 1.5%, hold on to all their stocks, take the cash and invest it, buy infrastructure, land, whatever they wanted to do. They could have done both. But if the stock market crashed 50% or 60%, then they would get margin called. They'd be in big trouble. And a lot of these stocks, in fact, have crashed by that. And so they would have been in trouble. So they were just simply selling. And I said in the video, why are the smartest people in the world selling when everyone else, the masses, are buying? When in history has that ever happened where the masses got rich and the elite, they didn't? Never. It's never happened. And so, yeah, I mean, it's fascinating to watch some of this stuff unfold. However, the future is going to be very different than the past. And I think a lot of Americans have been extremely comfortable over the last few years. Everything has just been, the last 50 years, everything has been so comfortable in America. That's going to change. We are being walked into a different type of America. What do you think about this entire situation? We are going to start to see more and more and more countries ditch the dollar. I mean, if you were a country, I bet you would ditch the dollar. Look at how it's been weaponized. Look at all the new policies. Look at the direction of this country that we're being put into. What are we going to offer these other countries that they simply can't offer? They have 2/3 of the world's population. I mean, they have more military authority combined than we do. They have more production. They have more energy. They offer more together than we do alone, right? And people aren't going to, I think, support us any longer at the same capacity that they once did. America's stepping in for a world of change. It's not paranoid to simply say, maybe I should take some risk off the table. Maybe I should position myself a little bit better. Maybe I should prepare for a rainy day. Because to me, it looks like the clouds are ahead, and it looks like there's going to be some rain coming soon. What do you think about it? Drop below. hit the like button, subscribe here, and on my second channel, I share exclusive content on Instagram. So on the banner, it says add me on Instagram. If you want to add me on Instagram, you can. I'm sharing content there that I'm not sharing here. Also, if you need help fixing credit, we would love to help you at GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. The phone number is 561-430-5900. That's 561-430-5900. Drop your comments below. Do you think that this is overhyped? Do you think, looking at what's happening right now, 90% of the U.S. population uses welfare. You have this 67% received it in the last few months. And then we have all the innovations coming throughout AI. We're going to start seeing massive job loss. We're going to see people that have no choice but to go to this. And so as that begins to happen, what will likely happen? More people are going to be dependent. That's what's going to happen. Position yourself now. Massive change is coming. And if you do, you will be able to, I think, position yourself for an incredible and beautiful life. But if you don't, I have a feeling that the life in which they have in store probably won't be as beautiful. Drop below. Let's talk about it. Catch you guys in the next video.